Hey everyone, I'm here today taking a look at the Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Monolophosaurus. There's the packaging, it's an open front package, and you can see a picture of Camp Cretaceous in the background there with those kind of tree houses. Netflix logo in one corner, Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous in the other. And then along the bottom here it tells us that it's a Savage Strike figure, and then the name, the Monolophosaurus, and a picture of Toro, the kind of Taurus, and three of the kids from the Camp Cretaceous series in the bottom corner here. Now, being a Savage Strike figure, it has an action feature, and that is if you get hold of the tail and push the tail down, it pushes the mouth closed. It doesn't go completely closed as you really push the tail down, but it's a, kind of fun action feature just for this attack pack sized dinosaur. We've seen this kind of gimmick on a lot of the larger ones as well, and it works well enough. Just makes the mouth open and close. That does mean that the mouth is constantly hanging open, which can sometimes be a bit annoying, but doesn't look too bad. There's quite a lot of nice detailing on this for an attack pack sized dinosaur. The paint job's pretty good too. You've got kind of red on the top of the nose there, and then it goes down to yellow, which goes all the way down the back there. It doesn't quite match up the colour of yellow because the head is actually cast in a yellow plastic, whereas the bottom part is cast in the greyer plastic. So you've got red and grey paint on the yellow and then yellow paint on the grey, but it doesn't stand out too much. There's a lot of really nice detailing of the scales and things going all the way down, as well as these spines along the back there. Now you can have an even closer look. He's got these kind of quills or spines going all the way down his back there, which look quite nice. And you can see all that detailing as well. Sometimes these attack pack dinosaurs aren't quite as detailed as the larger ones, which is understandable because they're cheaper and it must be harder to sculpt on a smaller piece. But this one, I really like how all the scaling looks, especially on the tail there. There's a lot of detailing to the creases and things, and I like how the tail is posed as well. It's not just straight out behind, it's kind of curving around, which I think looks nice. It gives it a nice sort of natural look when it's standing there as if it's running. The eyes, though, can be a bit dodgy if you're picking one of these up in person. I noticed a lot of them that had really kind of slightly off eyes, and even the best one I found, which is this one, I feel like the eyes look a bit strange, like one of them's looking out to the side. This one here looks better because it's looking forward, but on the right hand side you can see the eyes just kind of looking out to the side rather than looking forward. It just looks a bit strange to me. But this was the best I could find out of the lot. Now for articulation, you've got the legs that will move forward and backwards independently from each other, like so. They're pre-sculpted in a pose though, so you can't do too much with that articulation, but it's still nice for it to be there. And then the arms will go out to the sides, as well as going around. They go all the way around like 360. Up and down, like so. So a nice range of motion in the arms there. The arms look a little bit darker than the rest of the body. It's not all that noticeable, it's only if you really look. You can see that the arms are kind of brown, whereas the body's more of a greeny grey colour. The legs also swivel out to the side slightly. Not much, but just enough to help it stabilise. If it's on unstable ground, you can have the legs wider or closer together. And then of course you've got the articulation in the jaw, which is activated by the tail. And the tail, I guess you can count that as articulation, but it's only for the action feature. You can't get the tail to actually pose down like that. And there's the app code for anyone that wants it. And you can see even on the bottom of the feet there's some sculpting. You've got some lines and creases going along the bottom. The Jurassic World logo there. Nails aren't painted, but it doesn't stand out. They don't look strange not being painted. Like some of the dinosaurs, when the nails aren't painted, it really stands out. But on this it looks fine. And the arms are both a kind of a slightly different pose. The left arm is reaching forward a bit more than the right arm is, which I quite like. It just adds to the sort of dynamic pose of the dinosaur, along with the tail that's swooshing to the side. I'm not usually quite as keen on the attack pack sized dinosaurs. They just don't seem to have the same kind of quality sculpting and paint job. But the Monolophosaurus here looks really good. There's such a nice sculpting detail to all the kind of cracks and creases and the scales all over its body. And this is apparently going to appear in the new season of Camp Cretaceous. At least it looked like it was. In the trailer there was a shadow of a dinosaur that looked very much like a Monolophosaurus. So it'll be nice to see this in the show, because this is, I think it will be the first dinosaur we've seen in the show that hasn't ever been in any other Jurassic Park media, that wasn't in any of the movies. And it's nice to see more dinosaurs being incorporated into the franchise, especially since there are so many in the toy line now. It'd be great actually seeing them all in the cartoon. That's a good way of making use of all these dinosaurs that you probably wouldn't have time to really properly feature in the movies. I don't have a figure of any of the kids from Camp Cretaceous, but just to compare it to another Mattel human figure, an adult size figure, here I have him next to one of the mercenaries, and you can see it is larger than a human figure, so it would probably stand upright at about sort of 6-7 feet tall. Speaking of the Camp Cretaceous human figures, I'm really looking forward to getting them. It looks as if they're going to release all of the kids now in kind of 2-packs with dinosaurs, and I definitely want to get Benjamin with the adult Bumpy. That would be awesome to get hold of. See all that detailing going down the back there. It's got to be one of my favourite Attack Pack figures for a long time, this. The spine's got all the way down the tail. The paint doesn't go down the tail though, it kind of ends at the body there. But it doesn't stand out. It doesn't look as if there's paint missing from the tail, really. It looks quite natural, the way the paint ends. So thanks for joining me at a look at this Savage Strike Monolophosaurus. Quite a nice little dinosaur, you know, they're only cheap, and because it's going to appear in the cartoon, I think this might become a bit more popular and a bit more well known, so you might want to pick up these while you can before they sell out once the cartoon is aired. So let me know in the comments if you're looking forward to Camp Cretaceous Season 3 and if you're excited to see the Monolophosaurus hopefully making an appearance. So thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.